on. Holy cows, what a day. Well, if you caught me earlier today, I did a cascade, and then my battery died on my phone halfway through it. And I looked out one time that happened, and I plugged my phone in. It came back alive, and for some reason, the YouTube link still stayed active. This time, it didn't. So there's a video out. I think it's like 40 people watched it. Whoever was watching it earlier, I guess they didn't get the message. But it's Friday night. Why am I not out? Why don't I have a social life? I guess I don't. Well, I am married. And my wife works every weekend. So I think my time is basically to be constructive. Today I mixed 2 songs. I got one more to do for a local act in Los Angeles. The weekend I plan to wrap up some loose ends here. I'm not sure how much I have to do. I've come to the end of all of Paul's microphones, if you can believe that, which is insane. Paul had a pretty wicked collection. So, so today I wanted to speak again about a really amazing microphone that is available worldwide. Only this applies for a US delivery, but anyone can buy this mic. You can go to Sweetwater, and what you do is you contact me first. My email's in the description at the very bottom, or you can find somewhere on my social media. There's like 15 ways to get a hold of me. But anyways, I'm really grateful. I had a lot of orders come up. I'm finishing them right now. I've already done all of Paul's stuff, his whole collection out of the UK. He added a few to the list, and he actually picked up 2 of these. And I have a bud that's sending me 2 Cascade Fatheads. I know you saw me do one today. There's 2 more coming in the mail, which is going to be really awesome. And what's up, Rufus? And so I have kind of a crazy... I've been thinking about this for a while. When I first started doing these mics, I think I only made 3 that were different. And I think my buddy, that's my partner at my mic company, he has one. I did another one for a guy back east. And today what I'm going to do is, this is actually my own. I bought this one. And hopefully someone will get this from me. Now, it's not going to be the normal Manny. I am going to change the ribbon right now. You'll see me do the whole ribbon thing. But when I was making my ribbon mic company, I have a friend of mine. I can't say his company, but it's one of the wickedest, like, pro audio companies in the world. I mean, let's just say he's making the equivalent to, like, Fairchild's. Like, he's just legit as fuck. And we would meet up and we would go out and buy just different... I was telling him I was building my mic. Not this one, but just generally speaking, building my prototype. And he goes, hey, check this out. And he took me to this place. And I bought as much... I mean, it was incredibly expensive. But this gauge of wire, if you can feel it super thick... Let me see if you can even see this. I'll put some light on it. I don't care if that rolls. I don't know if you can see that or not. That is pure silver. This gauge, that's how thick it is. So I have bundles and bundles of pure silver. And he told me that when he builds his electronics, he likes to use silver, that there's a certain sound of it. So I tested it, and I fucking loved it. So I bought all this silver, which is probably worth more than the microphone. And I was planning to make all my microphones with this silver. But the shortcomings were, even though I bought, I probably have thousands of dollars worth of pure silver wire. But in the long run, making my own company, eventually I'm going to run out of this. And I just didn't want to get in that position where people are like, oh, his mic used to sound good, but da 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 da. So I changed the design. I was going to make something like this, and I ended up not making. So the new design that I have isn't really a factor. But in a mic like this, the longer the wire, the better the low end. And the fact that on this mic, only this one I'm making today, I'm going to fully inside make everything out of pure silver wiring, which is crazy. So if you're interested in this and you see this, it's first come, first serve. Um, it's not going to be too much more, but it will be a little bit more. And it's going to take me probably about a full day to do it. But I've done it before, and then what it's going to have is the silver wiring is going to engulf the transducer, not like that totally, but it's going to be making a ground loop around the transducer, kind of like the way cold microphones are. So I'm going to do something that I used to do these, and it sounds fucking beautiful. But I don't have the time in my life to do it, and it's really, really something that it's, you know, it's something I think is really fucking cool, but I don't know if it's something that I can do all the time, because it's really fun to do these, and the purpose of doing these are to save people money and give someone something high quality. But I really wanted to make this one mic really special, so I'm going to be making it and using pure silver wiring. I only have one, so if you want to write me a message on my email or send me a message on my Instagram, I'll give you the details about it. It's going to be a little bit more than the normal Joe, but you're going to get a mic that will sound incredible, and it'll be made with pure silver wiring all throughout the mic, all the way down to the transformer. It's pretty sick, and it does sound different. I remember I tested them, and Dimitri, who's partners with me, has a studio in Honolulu, Six Studio, and he just says he really loved them. But after I had done them, I just realized this took way too much more time than I wanted. And at the time, I was really looking to help people out with a budget microphone, not installing pure silver wiring and then trying to make like a Rolls Royce out of this. But I kind of felt like after doing Paul's mic collection that I wanted to make something special. So today I'm going to be re-ribboning this, and I'll show you the wiring that I'll be replacing all the wiring with 100% pure silver wiring. And to tell you how crazy this is old stock from like the 70s. They don't really make this anymore like this. And it was insane. Like, I literally cannot believe that I bought this. So I hooked up my other studio partner. We had this silver wiring, and we were just stoked on it. But then part of the advice of my buddy was, if you run out of this, it's going to be a problem. You got to use parts and stuff if you're going to make a new microphone, that you're going to have no issues with running out of this. And this silver wiring is so special. I don't think I'll be able to find it consistently and affordably at this gauge. Even though I paid a lot for this, I'm still not going to be. I mean, I have bundles of this, which is, it's not light. It's totally insane. So let me get to it. So you're going to watch me do this mic, but I will offset that with saying, once again, if you like this microphone and this is something you can afford, you go to Sweetwater, you buy this for 99 bucks. They ship it free in the US. Even if you live in Germany, you can contact Sweetwater online, you buy it with a credit card, they send it to my PO box. I can do this for you. And probably if it's somewhere out of the country, probably 60 to 80 bucks extra, and I can send it to you. Now, if you live in the US and you can send this to me from Sweetwater, I will return shipping free, insure this for 100 bucks, and my upgrade is 250 bucks. So I will insure it for then an extra 250. So a total 350 insured for every mic. I recommend getting a pair though if you're going to get these. But if you can't do that, I will cover free shipping and fully insured back to you. So it's kind of like a win-win. And I can tell you that even though these are entry, model, like, hey, these are not super expensive microphones, obviously, I've come to find out that it's a perfect storm. The head basket, the transducer, the neodymium magnets, the transformer, the gap is 5 millimeters plus, and that's just optimum. So once I get done with this mic, it definitely sounds like between an $800 to $1,200 microphone. Even a $1,400 R84. A buddy of mine has a pair of them. He doesn't even use them anymore. He uses these. So yeah, if you have a studio, these aren't at Sunset Sound, but I'm like the guy that like wants killer sounds, and it doesn't matter to me. So that's why I offer this. I do upgrades on Nady RSM4s, RSM5s. You saw me earlier today do Cascades, but I'm also a guy that can do Coles. I mean, those are really difficult mics to do, and no one that I know of in the history of watching YouTube Live has ever done a Coles live on the spot, and I've done it a bunch of times. So let's get into this one. And once again, this is exactly identical to what you would get and what I would do. The only difference about this one, I'm only making one that is going to be made with pure silver. And this isn't even all the wire. I need probably, I don't know, 4 times this wire to engulf the basket, the transducer, and then run down to the transformer. And once again, if you can even see that, it's just pure silver wiring that I'll be using. And I'll be keeping this guard on it. And also I'll be changing the, I'll be putting brass screens on this. So technically it'll be quieter and it's going to sound fucking amazing. And also because I'm rewiring this, I can get a little bit more low end out of this. On ribbon mics like this, what I love, I'll just show you right now. All right, so this wiring that you see here, the longer the wiring is, the better low end you get. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to get this wiring, this pure silver wiring is going to run all the way through the top and then run all the way down to the transducer, and it'll be long wire like this, and it'll be totally, it will help it retain better low end. It'll be quiet. And because I'll be doing the kind of like a humbucker pickup of a guitar, engulfing it, the grounding will be even better on this microphone than normal. But once again, it's just a one-off. I can't do them all like this because then it becomes unaffordable. And there's no way I'm going to be able to put pure silver wiring in everybody's mic. So if you're into this mic, hit me up. I will sell this as soon as I get it done, and it will be engulfed in 100% pure silver wiring, and the wiring alone is going to be worth more than the microphone. But I have the wiring. I bought it a while ago for my own mics, and that is it. So let's get to it. I was just to show you the silver, I had to tear a little bit off, so that's why I have my little schnizzle manizzle right there. And what does it actually say on the wiring? Yes, I'm not sure. Yep. Yep, I'm not sure. Didn't say anything on it really. 13 gauge, is that what it is? Yeah, it's 13 gauge. I think that's what it says. So yeah, that wiring, this silver alone is bigger than even the wiring this came with. And so yeah, this one will give you a better idea. So if you can see it against that. So against this, even this against the wiring that's in there, it's massive. So yeah, man, we're gonna really be doing this. Holy cows. So that's what we're doing today. I'm making a custom mic, a one-off, but we're enjoying some black cherry soda, and then I'll be washing it down with a little bit of Pellegrino. Let me get a drink of this in me. Oh yeah. So once again, if you tuned in, this is a special mic. It's the one I always offer for upgrades, but I'm going to be making this one with the wire, pure silver wiring. Because it's going to take me a full day to get this all wired up, maybe in the next one I'll be able to open it up and show it to you. what it looks like with the pure silver wiring. It definitely will be different, and it's a design that I worked on for a little bit. When I wasn't making these upgrades for anyone, I was making them for myself. It's pretty fucking crazy. And so I'm just going to go with that design again that I had, and it's going to kick ass. So if you're interested, hit me up, either for the regular stock upgrade, or only one person is going to get this fully silver wired out MXL. And I guarantee you that the silver is worth probably 3 times as many mics. But I bought it a long time ago. It was expensive at the time, but I just want to do that. Hopefully someone will grab this and they'll be able to use it. And it'll pretty much, I think there's only about 4 mics that I ever made that were made out of pure silver wiring. And this will be probably the 4th one. Dimitri has one, and I want to say I made a friend of mine back in the Midwest. I think when I first started, he wanted one. And then after I did it for him, I just realized it was a lot of work. And I don't know. I just thought, you know, it's not really going to save people any money by me making a silver microphone. But now that I've done it a lot, I thought it would be really cool. All right, so we're going to open up this stock 44 R144. We sell these on Sweetwater for 99 bucks. And then what I do is I put new ribbons in them. And by me putting new ribbons in them, like if you don't even know what that is, and it'd be like, oh, you're just changing the ribbons? Well, it has a lot to do with it. All microphones are basically a transformer and a magnet. But what they do in the ribbons is what makes the difference between Royers, AEA. So this is a ribbon that came with it. If you can see my finger, I don't know if I'll do it. Yeah, my finger can roll through the bottom of that. That is not good. And it's a theory of mine, is that I think when they corrugate these, they don't stretch them out, so they install them. And the first time, you can imagine, like, the first time wind hits them, or maybe in traveling, it moves and it opens up. Well, it won't contract and go back to its original form. When you stretch it and you blow on it, if you look at how they make Royers, they're constantly blowing on them, stretching out the ribbon. So by the time they tension it, it's not going to go any further than what they've already corrugated. And one of the differences about my ribbons is that my ribbon that I make is very resilient, like a Royer. I think it has good mid-range and high-end, and it's not like this ribbon right here. For sure it's not. So that's why replacing this, I can add maybe 3 to 5 dBs of sound. I mean, people talk about putting a transformer in something. Like, let's say a guy goes, oh, why don't I just get an MXL and put in a Lundell transformer in there? Well, that's great. You have a really loud, bad mic. But there's a difference when you put up a $1,400 AEA or a $1,400 mono Coles microphone. The quality that you get from the ribbon and the work that they do on the ribbon is why there's a big difference. Even Cascades and Pinnacles and Golden Age, it's all the same thing. Great mics, a perfect storm of the build, but it's kind of like putting a Lundell in a Fathead. It's kind of like making a bad microphone loud. And I know there's a lot of guys that go, dude, my Fatheads are like the best, you know, mics I had. Well, that's great. They probably are, because their lollipops are my favorite ribbons, and also these head baskets are really great for the sound. But once you put a great ribbon in it, it's awesome. Pateris from Graham from Germany, welcome. Greetings. I have some friends that are going to Germany that I just did a record for some cats that were in a band called Mother Tongue. And I've done maybe 2 Mother Tongue records and an EP. And Mother Tongue is doing a anniversary there with Noise Solution in Germany. And they'll be going out there with a band called Werewolf Etiquette. That band, I just made the record here at my new studio. So they'll be opening up for Mother Tongue in Germany in November. I may actually be going out there too. There's a small possibility. Also, one of my favorite microphone companies is Myberg. They're out in Germany, and yeah, that's what's going on. Germany, I tell you, man, I have dreamed about always going over there. I love the people. I love the studios. I love the work that's done there, and some great friends I have that are living in Germany, and also that have come from Germany. Real sweet people. So, well, let's get to it. So yeah, so all this wiring you see in here is going to be replaced with, like I said, this high gauge silver, pure silver wiring. So it's going to look cool because even this wiring, like the transducer, is going to have wiring coming up this side as the ground and then coming back down. It's super fucking cool. Okay, hold on a second. So let's get this straight. If you are interested in instruction in mankind caused by sharp objects offering, I don't know. And destruction. All right. I just did that whole rap about Germany, and apparently that guy was concerned about a sharp object that could pierce something and end mankind. So I don't know what he was talking about. He's talking about a massive missile dildo or something. I have no fucking idea. Anyways, I'm making a microphone here, and I thought it was nice to welcome someone in from Germany, and that guy was just like, was that dude the other night that was called like the salmon fondler or something like that. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm gonna get this mic going. Let's get it going. What do you got going on there, Manny? Well, this is a mic made by MXL. You can buy it for 99 bucks, and then I will make it sound like a $1,200 ribbon mic, because I believe the battle is all in the ribbon. I'm serious. You look at Royer and AEA. Their ribbon department is insane. I mean, they really take it super, and that's the part that blows my mind. Like, these companies that make these mics, they're so close. Like, this mic is the perfect storm of a ribbon mic. One of the best sounding affordable ribbon mics. And if they just spend a little bit more time on it, it's smoking. So it's just weird. They sell this for 99 bucks. I get them and I upgrade them for 250 bucks. And they sound like $1,400 microphones. I even went to MXL and spoke with them. I went to AES a few years ago. This is about 3 years ago. I said, listen, outside of my own, doing this, I believe you have a wonderful microphone. And they were nice, and they entertained me, and they ended up following up, and they spoke with them, and I ended up having a Zoom chat with everybody at the company besides the owner. I told them my pitch. I said, you guys have a great microphone. There's a few things you can change in it. This could be a really great microphone. And they just said, thank you, but no thank you. We're happy with what we're doing. So, hey, better for me. If you ask Sweetwater how many MXLs they sent to my P.O. box, it'll probably be hundreds. And no one's ever said, that's interesting. This guy named Manny, what's he doing with all these MXLs? Well, I'm obviously not doing anything from what that guy says about making something for Germany that is I didn't even know what that guy was talking about. But he got timed out for 86,000 seconds. So yeah, Baturis Graham Iskander is timed out for 86,000 seconds. Okay, maybe that's what it was, Patrick. Maybe that's what it was. But I don't know. All right, so we're gonna put this upside down, so then I can't work on it, so we need to flip this around. Oh, shucks. Schnaz. There it goes. Alright, so this is once again the inside of MXL, and that ribbon is definitely malnourished. That ribbon is, let's see, there it shows it. Doing it? Got it earlier. Oh, pop back. Interesting. How did I do that? It got lax and then tight. Interesting. Wild. Maybe it's loose. I think so. Alright, well, let's do it. First, let's get my drink in me. Holy smokes, we're getting them today. We are getting them today. I don't know. Maybe my sense of humor is just not on point. I was sick all last week, and I'm usually pretty easygoing, where I don't really give a fuck about a lot of stuff. But today I'm really trying to do, I really want to make this mic pretty killer. And in doing so, it's just hard for me to be distracted to talk about laser beams and death rays and German killing missiles that people want to talk about. I have no fucking idea what they're talking about. But I do know what I'm talking about when I say, let me get a drink of some Pellegrino in me. I know what that means. That means thirst quench. Holy mackerel. That was amazing. Okay, so back to business. This is an MXL R144. If you've tuned in, I've been having people grab these for 99 bucks and I upgrade them. This one in particular is a kind of special project. It's mine, and I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to change the ribbon in it, but then this is pure silver wiring. I'm going to run and attach it on the front and on the back. All this wiring is going to be changed with pure silver wiring, and it sounds pretty fucking spectacular. So I'll be selling this one separate. It's not something that you would need to order. I will be having it, so write me if you're interested. This is going to be a wicked microphone, and like I said, I've only made 4 like this. 2 went to the Midwest. 1 went to Dimitri, my partner at my studio. He has a studio called the Rainforest Room in Honolulu. It's fucking sick. And then this will be probably my 4th. So let me know. Pure silver wiring. I guarantee you this gauge wiring, this silver is worth more than the microphone. Maybe even 3 times what the microphone will be when I get done. So let's do it. We're going to change the ribbon in this. And then I will spend another day getting the wiring sorted out and soldering it up. I'll be checking over the weekend. Paul from England had a wonderful collection he sent to me. I want to say it ended up being like 12 mics, and it's finished. And I need to do some testing on everything to make sure I don't need to re-ribbon any stuff. And I have a few little solder things I've got to double check on to make sure they're well, and I won't be able to do that until I start testing the mics. And hopefully I can get that wrapped up to Paul to have it shipped to him hopefully next week. All right. So this one that I'm actually changing out, the first one, is plastic. Little PC board. That little gold strip is what makes contact with the ribbon, and that in turn, gold strip is right there under it, and that's the positive. So the positive is soldered to that little strip. The ribbon sits on the strip. That goes to that signal, and then when I put this plate on, that just completes the contact. Make sure it's really, really stuck to that. And then the negative, or the ground, is going to be this one, which is screwed into there, which is screwed into the transducer, which makes this all ground. Yeah, sounds like I know what I'm talking about. But I guess I do now. Pretty simple design, but all ribbon mics, in all honesty, are the same. It's just magnets, a transformer, and a ribbon. That's it. Since the 1930s, you ain't gonna find too much different, except for the design. You've seen me go through some of them. Fucking crazy, motherfucking crazy designs. But nowadays, there seems to be a strange balance of cool, and then like, oh god, they're really making them fucking like a, I don't know if they're really making them good. They're changing up the design now where the whole microphone is made on, like, the whole ribbon mic is made on a PC board like this, and I mean a large one, and it has all the electronics in it. It comes up to about right here. They embed the magnets into it, so they just lay out this board. It's all soldered. There's no wiring. The magnets are embedded into this plastic PC board stuff, and they just put a ribbon in there, and the mic's done. So, kind of genius, but then also kind of like, you know, where's all this pure silver wiring? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Actually, that has a lot to do with low end. I believe that larger mics, larger ribbon mics, and that's why when you see some mic companies, when I see some mic companies, and there's no length between the transducer and this, it kind of kills some of the sound. The fact that I think maybe that is the perfect sound is because this frame that it's on is probably what they do a lot of their other mics on. So the electronics would be here, and they have to put the transformer here. But in doing that, it gives a long throw of the sound to go through the wiring to the transformer, which makes the mic sound better, if you can believe that. So I think it's a happy accident that there's nothing here, and they filled it up with length of cabling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend it all the way to right here. So it's going to be pretty badass. I'll tell you, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so now let's get the ribbon. Actually, some other good news, too. I went digging around, and I found my other plastic tweezers. Now, what's interesting, they always break on me. And I ended up doing this to one, and this one hasn't broke. But I don't remember what I did. I made it so it always breaks here. So I can't remember. And I've been using these for a while. I don't know what that is or how I did that. I'm going to have to figure it out and make another one. But yeah, I got some more. All right, so let's take off this ribbon. This is a stock ribbon that came with the microphone. You were going to come off a while ago. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, there it goes. So this is what the cheaper ribbons are used. And I will say, sometimes these are getting a little bit better. They used to be eroded and weird. I think they changed it up. So this feels like good foil. Yeah, I think that's good foil. There was a Cascade I had earlier that had weird foil. So now that I have that opened up, let me clean and make sure there's no metal particles in the, because these are magnets and they just, like anything around here flies and sticks to them. And when I undid the head basket, I don't know if that's a factory, there's little particles and stuff that will stick to the magnet, and that's a no-no because if my ribbon that I'm cutting is moving around in there and it touches some metal objects, it could tear. I mean, it's that fragile. And I don't want any kind of particles or dust in there, or as my wife says, dust. All right, yeah, I can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's definitely some schnizzle manizzles in there. Let's just clean it off. I don't know what that was. See, that just came off too. That is a plate there, so I'll have to glue that back on. Good to know. And some of that yellow usually comes off. That's just the tape. Okay, let me do some more here. All right, enough of that. The yellow comes off there. All right, that plate is important. And that was not nice that it came off. And while I'm doing that, we will have to put some crazy glue. Motherfucking crazy glue. And put a little dab on that. Just put a little happy rainbow right there. Yeah, a little happy bird right there. A little river. A little river and a swan going to the happy mountains. If you don't know what I'm talking like, then I'm sorry. I think I'm older and I know that. Alright, so motherfucking get in there. Oh. Okay, now what I need to do is make sure that that is straight. Gotta make sure those screw holes are good. Alright. Alright. Well, it's not that much of a bummer. If I start to put the screws in because it's crazy glue, even though it should be really good, it will loosen up again and I have to put the screws in and it'll be fine. But at least I can hold it in place. Let me put this light on it just to make sure. Oh, yeah, it looks all right. That's good. All right, so let's figure out the gap. And then I will cut a ribbon. After one more drink here. It's a Friday night. There's 22 of you. I hope you all have a good weekend. When you're producing records and you have your own studio, it seems like my weekends have never been like, it's not like I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's kind of like looking forward to Wednesday. I do like going to the movies. And there just hasn't been any movies. I'm thinking about seeing The Naked Gun. I don't know. I think that looks really stupid, but maybe cool. I used to like the original ones. All right, so let's just get this in there. We are going to measure the gap. Hold on 1 second. My light game is not good right now. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Come on. I think I need to get another one. This one's had its good run. 5 millimeters. Let's check the top. 5. Bottom. 5. All right, 5 millimeters. That's not too bad. Ooh, let's see here. So let's put this back up. I'm gonna cut a ribbon for this. Let's see here. Let's put this to the side. So I'm going to be using 2.5 millimeter, or was it micrometers? Oh, I fucking forgot. Anyways, this is 2.5. Most ribbons of the world could be 1.8. I like this one because I can corrugate it really good. I'm making it like a Royer and actually make these microphones so people can put them on guitar amps. They can use them kind of fearlessly, and the ribbons have some resilience. They're not just gonna fly away in the wind. They're made really good, and plus it's high quality aluminum, which is always the key to a good sounding ribbon. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. So only 2 people commented. One was from Germany. And then another guy said, I don't know, just weird stuff. I don't know what that is. Like, I'll go on YouTube and watch some stuff, but I don't think I like get on there and go, you know, tell a joke or something. Just out of the blue. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. It's funny, I guess. Self-entertainment. If you really feel like you're like someone like that, that needs... My pen just going out on me? Are you serious? Oh my god, it's really the wrong time. Come on, motherfucker. Yeah, it's going out on me. Holy. Really doing this. Okay. And it's weird to say that I actually like doing this. So if it's a Friday night, what am I doing? I'm not getting drunk. I'm not going to some bars. I'm not trying to bang any chicks. I'm just working on ribbon mics. Great. Well, I'm married, so I wouldn't be doing that anyways. I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, let's cut this motherfucker. Whew. Alright. Let's get this off that. Put this back in its safe haven place over there, where it won't get ruined or fall down as I almost drop it. Okay. Ribbon material is crazy because it's like working with air, and one wrong move and your day is ruined. So we're gonna corrugate this. Sorry about the movement of the camera. I gotta get my hand. This is a ribbon microphone to Ariak. I'm corrugating the ribbon. This is the microphone. That little thin piece of foil goes in between that, and that makes a sound. We're getting them. We're getting them today. Weird. So weird. I usually have a crew of people I know. I don't know any of these people. And they're telling me some interesting things. I don't even want to repeat what this guy just said. It's so strange. So bizarre. Right. So yep, we are working on a ribbon mic. It's a microphone that people can buy for 99 bucks. And then I upgrade it to sound like a mic that's worth 1200 to 1400, or let's just say 900 to 1400, something like that. And it's not a beauty contest you're winning. You're just getting, if you're looking to record drums, piano, guitar, vocals, and you just want a high quality mic, these days it's really, really hard to find any microphones that are great, not only under 500, but if you want to get super high quality, it's just really difficult to find now. I think one of the coolest mics that are just never, I don't want to say it's not taking serious because everybody knows them, is that Shure SM7s. I mean, that's like, when I recorded Kim Deal, those are her vocals. It's Michael Jackson, Metallica. Then RE20s, that's what Radiohead uses. It's just like, yeah, there's some really great mics that are like 500 bucks, but they're dynamics. People, depending on the musicians, yeah, it makes a difference. Band, quality, song, what's happening. People talk about Tame Impala drums, and they're like, all 57s. But what they don't tell you is that the guy that mixes Flaming Lips, I forget his name. He does all the records, and that guy's a madman. So yeah, I record everything with 57s, but when you get it to him, he's gonna put some juice on your shit, and it's a combination. Excuse me. Had a cold, and I'm just barely getting over it. Oh my god, I'm feeling it though. I'm a little bit fatigued, a hair, but not enough where I can't sit here and drink Topo Chico and drop my shit like that. Fucking shit. Okay, come on. Just go in there for daddy. Just one time. Just gotta get it started. Whew. It's like I had a baby. Okie dokie. Put that to the side. Now, what I was mentioning about my theory of why a lot of mics that are made now come with the ribbons like looking like a hammock. You can take a nap in them. It's because they're not stretched out. So I'm going to stretch this out. Poochie poochie, come on. I'm actually going to stretch out this ribbon, but it's weird muscle memory. I got to do right hand has this guy. Oh, fuck. I got to do left hand is the wooden one. Okay, looks right. Fuck. Okay, there it goes. So I'm gonna stretch it out. Don't want to tear it. Just stretch it out. Good. Holy moly. That was a quick moment of like, I'm fucking this ribbon up. Whew. All right, let's bring back the microphone. Like I said, this isn't the normal Joe one. This is my own R144. And to a special one person, I'm going to be replacing it, all the wiring, with super high quality pure silver wiring. Super thick gauge. I mean, the gauge of just the silver alone is almost as big as the gauge of this wire here with the plastic covering. So the whole microphone is going to be made in pure silver wiring, and I'm going to add a little bit of extra cable to make it a little bit more low end. This will be a special one-off. I've only made 4. This will be the 4th one I've ever made. And I have, just to let you know, let me see if I can find what it looked like raw dog. Hold on. So this was out of a buddy of mine that has a hardcore, one of the best, you know, effects hardware companies in the world. Turned me on, and we got massive rolls of pure silver wiring. And this is like 5 pounds, and I have more, but it was pure silver wiring. And it's all that's pure silver in there. And so I was planning on making all my mics out of pure silver. And then he gave me some advice saying that that's awesome, but there will be a point where you're going to run out of that pure silver. And I don't think, because of the way things are today, I would be able to even afford that. I mean, that was a grip already to buy that wiring, and I initially bought it under the kind of like, this is going to be fucking cool, I'm making my mic, and then I realized I just wanted to make it a little bit more consistent. So apparently my new design will not be reliant on that same thing I'm doing in this mic, but I may figure something out when I get to that point. I think between me and my partner, we bought enough silver. Maybe we can make a run at that, but then, you know, after we run out, I got to figure out a way of getting silver wiring. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. But definitely this one is going to be one of only 4. All this wiring will be made out of pure silver. And it does sound different. It sounds awesome. I will extend the wiring out to here, which will give it more low end. So I have a special R144 coming up to the right person. Whoever that is, write me an email, hit me up, because it will be sold. And hopefully a friend gets it, or someone that's a real enthusiast, and they'll have a real 100% only one of 4 made, and I don't think I'm going to make any more. So let me know. All right, back to business. We've got that corrugated. We've already stretched it out. Now I need to, oh, no more Q-tips. Hold on. I have more. And if you have some other mics, earlier today I did a Cascade. So Cascade, Pinnacles, if you get Golden Age, I don't know if this is true with all of them, but if you have a Golden Age, you want to check the polarity in it, because every one that I've got is reversed. The front is the back and the back is the front, because all ribbon mics, like, so this mic right now, this would be positive and the back would be negative, but on those ones, this is negative and positive. Yeah, it's maybe not a big deal, but if you're going to do some drums and you put that ribbon mic up as a mono overhead, it'll never be in phase with your kick and snare. So there's already problems if you're not aware that that mic is flipped. So I'm letting you know. If you have a Golden Age, check the polarity on it, because it could be flipped. So MXLs, Nady RSM4s, Nady RSM5s. I mean, most, even if you had a blown, I mean, I would say look at your Royers too. Man, those take so much sound pressure. Sometimes you open those up and they look like there's a hammock inside. You can see it if you hold it up to the light, if the ribbon's held up pretty well. But let's do it. All right, let's tap in some 99% alcohol. And like I said, I gotta go to Rite Aid because this 99% dries up pretty quick. It doesn't give me a lot of time to work on the rib end. So I found out that I like 91% better. But when I do coals, I've got to do 99 because there's no fucking around. All right, so let's see if we can do this properly. Oh shit, I guess not. Hold on, I have a weird way I've got to like the angle. I don't like that angle. Hold on. All right, I like that angle. Just stay. Come on. Oh fuck. All right, that'll do. Hold on. Holy moly. Holy moly macaroni. Come on, dudes. Shit. Just help me out. Stay. Alright. I like it. Alright, let's see here. Right, so when I do this, I do want them both straight the best I can. I'm mostly worried about this one I'm tapping now because I have to put the brackets in first, but I have to make sure that it's in the middle. But the weirdest part is that the ribbons twist in the most strange way, and I have to make sure that it's not, even though it looks straight, it could be twisted. I don't know what that is. So weird. They always do that. So let me see if that's in the middle. Yeah. That's true, Paul. What's up, Paul? I was talking about you earlier, saying that I've got all your mics done. I've got a lot going on. This is something that I don't know if you caught when I talked about this one. Obviously, this is my R144. Personal one. I've had it stashed away, and I was just like, what am I going to do with this? And I've kind of figured out what I'm going to do. This is pure silver wiring. Look how thick that gauge is. Even the silver is almost as big as the regular gauge that's here. I'm going to be covering this mic in pure silver wiring from the transformer all the way through the body and around. It's going to add extra low into it, and the silver alone that I'm putting in there, it's going to be a massive amount of silver wiring. It's probably worth 3 times the microphone. I was initially going to use this silver wiring in my prototypes, and a friend of mine had turned me on to finding pure silver wiring like this. You just can't get it anymore. I mean, you can get it, but it would be unaffordable. So I have, I bought, this is not even all of it, but I had more of it. It's all wrapped in there. Pure silver wiring. So this is the 4th mic I've ever made like that. And it's going to be made with pure silver wiring inside. What makes it sound different, but also the silver in this is probably worth more than the microphone and the upgrade and a few extra. Even this alone is pretty fucking heavy. And so this is going to be coming in. I'm going to change the ribbon in it, and I don't need to do this before, but after I have the ribbon in it, this wiring is going to be coming up. It's going to be mounted there. There'll be another one there. There'll be another one on the other side, and almost like a Coles. And then this wiring is going to run down to the transformer. So it's so long, and that's going to help with some low end. And once again, it's a perfect storm of a mic to use. If you can see that, pure silver wiring. So yeah, I only have one, and it's a little bit more than the regular cost of it, but if you are interested, I've only got one to sell. I got one to make, and this is it. And I'll just see who's going to get it. It's going to be a really special mic. Like I said, Dimitri, my partner at my mic company, he's got, I think, he may have 1 or 2 in Hawaii. I don't remember. But I know for sure, the first time I made them was for a buddy of mine out in the Midwest. So I at least made 2 or 3, and then I think this is going to be the 4th one made. And I don't know how much more after that, because the time that it takes for me to get this whole mic done, I just know between now and my life and what I'm doing, I wouldn't have time to really make that happen again. But so this is going to be a pretty tricked out R144, and whoever gets it is going to really love it. So let me, speaking of tricked out, I think that ribbon is getting tricked out. Let me settle it in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's going to have that same kind of like setup like a Kohl's. And it's just quality. You know, when I put that cabling in it and I've done the ribbon, then it really becomes just a higher grade microphone. Alright, come on, motherfucker. Alright, I think that's going to be it for now. That looks pretty good. A humbucker. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But it's going to be pure silver. I mean, it's going to be so sick. So this doesn't even cover... So this looks like a long piece. It's barely going to cover one side. There'll be one there, and then there'll be 4 here. And then I may even wrap them around and tuck them up like a snake in there to get you more low end. So I'm going to try to use more cabling in that little opening there, so you can get kind of a humbucking effect. The mic will be quieter, and then just use more wiring to add low end before it gets to the transformer. If that makes sense to you. So let's get this locked in. So I have 2 more fat hits coming in for sure. I think the guy just wrote me today, and they've got the P.O. box. I definitely have like a half a dozen of MXLs. I got my buddy in Guam getting 2, which was totally awesome. A guy in Guam. I mean, I'm fucking so thrilled for that. I know. The silver that I have, I probably could just sell that, make money. But it's like just so fucking awesome to have pure silver wine like that. I'm gonna fill the whole mic up with silver. So, I mean, you'd be retarded to take it out and melt it down. It's not worth it. But yeah, I have at least a few $1,000s in silver wiring that I just bought, and I bought that maybe 5 years ago. And yeah, silver has definitely gone up in price. So yeah, there's no way I'll be going out and buying silver wiring right now in my life and putting it in a microphone unless I had it already. Yeah, but my friend uses that in all his super elite equipment. And he's the one that told me, he goes, dude, if you do that, the sound quality is even better. And this guy fucking knows his shit. Yeah, I didn't even look up what the silver costs, but I mean, it's probably going to be at least, let's see, how many inches is that? So this is, yeah, I probably figure out how many feet. So let's see. I just cut this randomly. It's not even, oh shit, you see what I just did? Oh my god. So this is about 9 inches. So that would be 9, 18 inches, about 30 inches of silver. Did I fucking schnizzle my nizzle right there? Hold on, let me check this out. Hold on a second. Let me reset that. Yeah, probably about 30 inches of pure silver wiring that'll go into this mic. So that'll be 12, 24, about 2 feet, 2.5 feet. I think that's what I measured out before. I think it's about 2.5 feet of silver wiring that would be inside the microphone of heavy gauge. I think I looked at it and it said 13 gauge. Is it in it? Or is it 10 gauge? Looks like 10 gauge or 18. I think it's 10 gauge wire. 10 gauge pine. But once again, that line just goes through right there. So it's either, I can't see the G either. So it's either 10, 18, 10 or 18. One of them. Super thick though. That tells you the wire right there. Alright, as I'm talking and shit, I'm ruining the microphone I'm doing. Yeah, so I guess there's going to be about 2.5 feet of wiring inside that'll be pure silver, which is crazy. Yeah, I think it's 10 then. Come on, I gotta get this out. Oh, there you go. Right. Thank you. Time to get a new Q-tip. Yeah, I remember, I think that was right. I think when I did this mics, I had measured it out because I was shocked on how much silver I went through. I mean, I had a bunch, I still have a bunch still, but I was just like, oh, fuck. I mean, every mic, that's when I realized I would run out. As soon as I started doing a bunch of mics like that, I'll be fucking out of luck as fast as I started. Shit. Come on. This ribbon, that's what I mean, the ribbon kind of has a mind of their own. Like, why are you twisted right there? Because I fucked it up, that's why. Yeah, Friday night really brings out some interesting people. Okay. Almost there. Same problem I did earlier. Should have learned my lesson. It's never easy, man. with that first. Like that. Holy moly. Well, I had to put another guy on 86,000 second timeout. Yeah, I just wonder what that is. What is the art in, you know, what are you making there, buddy? You making a love pump? Yeah. I'm making a love pump for your mom. What do you think about that, motherfucker? I'm old enough to say that. I'm almost 60. Yeah, you want me to fucking call you my son? I'm banging your mom. What do you think about that, motherfucker? Son. I'm rude. That was rude of me. That was kind of like not cool. I'll take that back. That wasn't cool. But it is insulting when they come in and they talk a bunch of shit. They just want to pull your chain. Is it working? I don't know. I mean, I think everybody can be a fucking dick sometimes. So, I don't know. Is that guy being a dick? Am I being a dick? You know, is it insulting? I can't tell you what this other guy called me. It's just kind of like, I don't know what that is. I mean, it's kind of like, are you really being racist? Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Here's a funny story. Thinking about that joke that I said about your mom. Dating your mom or banging your mom and now you're my kid. This is a true story. So when I was single, a while ago, quite a while ago, I've been married for 10 years, so we're talking maybe 15 years ago. I was single, and at the time, there was, I know like people talk about some hardcore dating sites that you can go on and try to hook up. I mean, I was literally on the most like generic, like, you know, I think I was about 40 at the time. So you can even say, I don't know if that's middle-aged. I'm almost 60 now. So I was on the site, and you know, there was someone I was speaking with, and she says, oh, you know, are you Manny? And I was like, oh, how does this chick know who I am? I mean, yeah, obviously she knows my name. Because, yeah, she said, you're recording my son right now. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And my buddy who is in the band with the guy, he goes, dude, I think you're talking to so-and-so's mom. and I joked when I came in. He was all like weirded out. I'm like, what's going on, son? He just looked at me so, I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't say sorry, but I was like, oh, fuck, that's a bad joke. And then I told my friend, and my friend goes, dude, if you go out with his mom, he's going to trip. I never did, but I felt bad after, but then I ended up telling the mom, who was super cool, I just said, you know what? I'm recording a record with your son right now, and I just think that would probably drive him crazy if he knew that the producer was going out with his mom. It would be like, totally like, I would fuck with them. I'd be like, son, you know, like, he'd be like, dude, you're not my dad. Anyways, I don't even know if that made any sense, but it's totally a stupid joke. But it wasn't a joke, it was actually true. And it never did. I'm glad I didn't. And yeah, that would have been very uncomfortable. He was a super sweet guy too. I wouldn't mind him calling him son. So let me check this if it's straight. All right, that is straight. And it's weird, where I live in East LA, man, there's like explosions going off here. And I actually thought, I'm like, did we already pass 4th of July? Fuck yeah. I mean, there's still like got bombs over here. Like shakes the whole studio. So I don't know where you are in the world if they light off fireworks, but they're still doing it here. Okay, now they've done that. Let me try to fix this little part. If I can't fix this little lip, it's gonna drive me crazy. Then I'll tear the ribbon out. It just got a really unusual crease. That's better. I hope. Let me check it again. Let me see that. Oh, it's too much to one side. God, man, it's so good though. It's a little bit to the left, not to my liking. That's better. Holy cows. Let's try to lock this in before it gets freaky on me. Can't be as freaky as some of the questions I've gotten tonight, though.